Have you ever wondered what it takes to break a world record? Is it just raw talent, or is it the relentless pursuit of perfection? For most of us, the idea of achieving athletic greatness feels like a distant dream. But for Norway's Jakob Ingebrigtsen, it's a reality he's been steadily crafting. At only 24 years old, Jakob has shattered records and left his mark on the world of distance running. But here's the question: how far can he go? Let's take a deep dive into his remarkable journey and discover what makes this young athlete not just a runner, but a phenomenon. If you've followed Jakob's career, you'll know he's no stranger to success. Coming from a family of elite runners, Jakob has been trained for greatness since childhood. His brother, Henrik, was a European champion, and under the careful guidance of their father and coach, Gert, Jakob rose through the ranks as a teen prodigy. In 2024, Jakob's season was already stellar, with multiple victories and some near record-breaking performances. But what happened in 2024 would push his status into another stratosphere. The Diamond League in Silesia, Poland, saw a moment that no one could have predicted. Jakob broke Daniel Koeman's 3,000-meter world record, an astonishing 7 minutes and 20.67 seconds that had stood since 1996. But what makes this feat even more remarkable? Jakob didn't just break the record, he obliterated it by over 3 seconds, clocking in at 7 minutes 17.55. With this, he became not only one of the fastest men on earth, but also a name to remember in the annals of distance running. Daniel Koeman's record was considered nearly untouchable. Koeman himself had been a legend, and his 3,000-meter world record was viewed by many as a benchmark of ultimate endurance and speed. But to put into perspective, for years, no one had even come close to threatening Koeman's dominance over this distance. In fact, some track and field experts believed this record might last another generation, until Jakob came along. In a race that seemed otherworldly, Jakob unleashed an almost inhuman pace. The crowd could hardly believe what they were witnessing. His splits were otherworldly, his control over the distance impeccable. He wasn't just running, he was redefining the limits of what's possible in athletics. The young Norwegian phenomenon had proved that even the most perfect records are not immune to breaking. Now, here's a question: could Jakob surpass even more historic benchmarks? After all, this is a man who at just 24 years old has his eyes on a much bigger prize, perhaps the greatest prize of all. Even as Jakob celebrated his 3,000-meter triumph, his mind was already focused on the next goal, breaking the world record in the 1,500 meters. Currently, he ranks as the 4th fastest man ever over this distance, with a personal best of 3 minutes 26. But to surpass the legendary Jakob Ingebrigtsen, who set the 1,500-meter record in 1998, Jakob will need to shave off at least 1.5 seconds, a monumental task. What makes Ingebrigtsen's record so legendary? In perfect weather conditions and with flawless pacing, Ingebrigtsen completed the race in a staggering 3 minutes 26 seconds. Breaking that kind of record will require Jakob to run each 400-meter lap in under 55 seconds, an absurdly fast pace for any distance runner. But if anyone can do it, it's Jakob. Jakob himself said that it's all about finding the right conditions and, crucially, the perfect paces to help him hit the necessary splits. Monaco is the track he's eyeing in 2025, the place where many middle-distance world records have been broken before. With the right team and strategy, Jakob believes he can achieve the unthinkable once again. Jakob's 2024 season was not without any challenges. Early in the year, he struggled with an injury that sidelined him during the indoor season. In a sport where conditioning and momentum are everything, such setbacks could easily derail even the best of athletes. Jakob admitted that his fitness took a hit, and this in turn affected some of his performances later in that season. But what sets him apart is his resilience. Even after injury and an inconsistent early season, Jakob still managed to claim multiple victories and break a world record. His mental toughness is a key ingredient in his success. Jakob knows that physical challenges are inevitable, but he also believes in the power of preparation and consistent training to overcome those hurdles. As he looks ahead to 2025, Jakob has made it clear that avoiding injury and illness will be his top priority. Everyone gets sick at some point, he said in a recent interview. But the key is how you manage those moments. Stick to the little things and you'll be fine. This measured approach to his health and training gives him a competitive edge, ensuring that when the time comes, he'll be ready to break more records. So, as Jakob Ingebrigtsen continues his quest for greatness, we're left wondering, can he truly become the greatest distance runner of all time? With his sights set on breaking even more world records, potentially in the 5,000 and 10,000 meters, it seems like Jakob's journey is far from over. He has already achieved 30% of the world records in distance running that he aims for, a staggering feat for someone so young. The climax of Jakob's career is yet to come. If he stays healthy and continues on this path, we might witness him breaking records that seemed untouchable just a few years ago. But the road ahead won't be easy. The competition is fierce, and every race presents new challenges. So, how fast do you think Jakob can go? Will he achieve his goals of breaking not just one, but perhaps 5 or more world records? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Jakob Ingebrigtsen is redefining what it means to be human on the track.